Ladies and gentlemen, changing market situations hand in hand with technological process shaped the last years and months dramatically. We all learned to adapt ourselves to the new normal in our private life as well as our ways to run the business. Companies are facing different challenges, but at the same time opportunities. Intelligent technologies, innovation, cloud, process excellence, or even new business processes or models are typical topics all companies are currently dealing with. SAP calls this transformation to the intelligent enterprise and launched a solution bundle called RISE to support you on this journey. But let's have a deeper look to better understand the value, so the why, the components included, the what, and how you can leverage these solutions on your journey. To answer these questions, I would like to talk to experts and challenge them with some questions I've collected during several discussions with customers. After talking about the why and the key components of RISE with SAP, I would like to have a deeper look into the approach and to discuss how customers can make use of this offering. To answer some of these questions, I would like to talk to Marco as a representative of SAP Services. Welcome, Marco.
Hi, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
First questions. How do you, as a customer, find out if RISE fits into your current situation?
Well, each customer has an individual situation he finds himself in. Most of the time, this is a result of historically grown processes and infrastructure. We have to make sure we understand the specifics to allow us to judge how RISE could fit and which flavor works best. So let's have a look at those situations. Most customers are running their systems on latest available ERP release. They might already have thought about S/4HANA and maybe even have started some planning. Other customers are in the middle of the transformation project or they already went live. So I would say RISE fits into every customer's lifecycle situation. Question, of course, is how do I utilize best what RISE offers me? For a customer in planning phase, it is bringing all the embedded tools like business process intelligence, the custom code analyzer or readiness check, as well as services in order to plan the journey best. When you already started the journey, it's still worthwhile to have a look at what RISE offers. Keeping the core clean to optimize future operational costs is always a good idea. And of course, it depends on how far into the deployment phase you already are. But last, definitely not least in scope for RISE are customers that already successfully deployed S/4HANA in the on-prem world. As the first part of the journey is already done, they can now focus on transforming their business and might want to optimize the TCO by shifting from CapEx to OpEx.
Understood. But as a customer, what are key questions I have to ask myself?
Well, the main question, of course, is, do I have a cloud strategy? Or at least, is cloud an option? As RISE is a subscription offering by SAP and based on highest hyperscaler operations, this is a prerequisite. But there is other important questions as well, like, what is it I want to achieve? First customer wants to shift, for example, from on-prem to cloud operation mode. Another one is looking for seamless operation by using S/4HANA transformation to keep the core clean. And the next one intends to maximize his investment by combining a shift to the cloud with process excellence and business innovation. So which customer are you? And there is more interesting questions we hear in our daily discussions. So for example, my competitors have a faster time to market than I do. How can I optimize my processes? And compared to industry average, my financial processes are far behind. How can I catch up? And a very frequent one, of course, is how can I optimize my TCO? So we help our customers to answer these questions and support them along their way until we have achieved their goals.
Understood. I mean, let's make it more concrete. Most of the Swiss customers are running on ECC, and they have somehow planned a transition to SAP S/4HANA. But now SAP comes with RISE. How does that fit together? How do you support us?
Sure. So let's have a look at 2 or 3 examples to make it more tangible. Assuming you're a retail customer, you're running an ERP since a while with quite some historically grown modifications. Corona did not hit you that bad, but your competition managed to do better in the stores and online shops as they already modernized their backbone systems. So your hosting contract also reaches its end of life, let's say in 12 months. We would sit together in 1 or 2 sessions in order to get to do a high-level analysis of the status quo first. And based on the input, we would propose a workshop to define the cloud architecture and determine the integration scenarios. We formed then a joint analysis of the sales process and logistics in order to identify the optimization potential. And we would also map the modifications and self-developments against today's retail standards. We would bring all that together and support a tailored or propose a tailored roadmap considering all these aspects. This could be lift and shift, for example, as a first step in order not to miss the end of life of your hardware. Some modifications can maybe already be optimized as part of that as quick wins. And the rest would be part of transformation planning when optimizing the sales and logistics process as part of S/4HANA transformation project.
Understood. This was an example from retail. What about other industries? Let's say services industries, for example.
Also a good one. So another customer, for example, in services, has an ERP which is running stable for quite a while or is doing its job. Global competitors, however, over the last years increased, or the competition increased, and you're losing market share. Business stakeholders are thinking about transforming the offering away from selling machines towards selling the outcome of services or as a service. The question why to operate on hardware instead of focusing on tasks that create direct business value pops up again, as already in the past, because you need to purchase new hardware in some areas. We would sit together with you in one or a couple of sessions to better understand the business drivers and the underlying IT strategy, propose next steps, or the next steps could, for example, be then to initiate a comprehensive S/4HANA transformation study. That would include mapping your strategy and requirement business capabilities to relate SAP products in order to design a sub-proven target architecture. In other words, what do I need? The next step then, or a part of it, is analyzing and determining technical aspects such as cloud deployments, custom code, infrastructure, as well as IT capabilities to design a feasible transformation roadmap. The how do I get there? And of course, always very good one to talk to reference customers like Käser or Hilti that already successfully completed the similar journey with SAP. Outcome is a target architecture 2025, a validated roadmap that includes business levers, time aspects, effort estimations, a TCO calculation, let's say, and of course also quick wins.
Yeah, these are the typical business transformation studies or SAP transformation studies to make the right decision in the plan phase. But now let's have a quick look into the run and build phase. How is SAP safeguarding such a project? Do I still need a max attention, a premium engagement contract, or active embedded?
Right. So in case of partner lab projects, SAP offers value assurance or max attention support for customer projects like in the past. We have to keep in mind that SAP premium engagements are part of the support offerings and therefore are independent of having perpetual or subscription-based product support.
All right. Thank you very much, Marco. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have more questions, please don't hesitate to get back to your key contact at SAP. If you want to hear more about RISE, you're welcome to watch the other interview sessions with experts. Again, thank you very much for tuning in.